All right, welcome back, guys, and we are on the final chapter of putting our transmission together. Now, off camera, I went ahead and put the hydraulic throw bearing assembly in, and it's real easy. You just slide it into place. I use a screwdriver to pull this little rubber seal up, so it helps retain everything. So that's in place, and the last thing we got to do is install the new axle seal. So we're gonna rotate this around. I already have the other side in, and so what you have to do before you put this side in, you have to kind of overhang it over the top of the bench just a little bit. I have this little platform down here that it's setting on, which raises it up off the bench, so I can actually slide it back over the bench a little bit. So our seal number is a 3543, and the reason why you have to hang it out over the bench is the seal has a bit of a crown on it. So if you have that flat against the bench and you pound on this side, it can crush that. So we don't want to do that. So here we go. We got this, and I'm going to show you a little custom tool I made. First, we're going to coat the inside of the seal with some assembly lube. And you can also use just regular, whatever fluid the transmission uses. You can coat it, and then of course I'll coat the axle with this also before putting the axle in. That way, whenever the axle starts to spin, there'll be plenty of lubricant on there. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to use just a little bit of 3-in-1 oil on my finger just to lubricate this surface that the seal rides on. There we go. And there's no need to put any sealant here on these. It's a tight enough fit where you won't get any leakage around this side. Just got to make sure that the rubber seal on the inside is lubricated. Lube that up, and this little bit of oil here is just to make it a little bit easier to install. So I'm going to place that like that, and I'm going to be using the hammer today, so you might want to watch your ears if you have headphones on. And I made this cute little tool here. Stopped by a local hardware store and picked up a piece of pipe that they had. I think this is 2-inch pipe, and just a piece of scrap they had. It was where somebody bought a longer piece and they needed a little shorter, so they cut that end off. Of course, one end of the pipe comes threaded from the factory, so this is basically just a junk piece. I asked about it and they actually gave it to me, and this fits the seal perfectly. So as I pound the seal in, I don't have to worry about that crown being crushed. So it'll set right in there like that, and then we'll pound it in. And I'm still going to keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't rock at all. If I see it starting to rock a little bit, I can just kind of move the tool over and pound a little bit on the other side so we get it centered up. And watch your ears. You can see it's starting to rock a little bit already, but I can use the tool to center it up. And just give it a few love taps here. And you can hear that tone change, at least I can, as soon as it bottoms out. And you can see our crown is nice and unharmed. And this transmission is done. It's ready to go in the car, and you can leave maybe a message down below. We're gonna be installing this in the race car with the motor that I did the build on the channel here. And if you want to see that whole process and maybe watch us race this motor and transmission, you can just leave a like and subscribe down there, or leave a message. You can leave a comment. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this helps some people. See you in the next video.